That gangsta boogie, watch me. Watch him do it. That's in yours. That's the
Yo. Welcome back. GRG, man. Game recognized game. It's conference championship weekend, NFC game, AFC game. You know what I'm saying? It's lit. Nonetheless, Kobe, Ty, B, GRG pod, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Shout out Rock Rack, shout out Yak, man. Official song of the pod. You know what I'm saying? All that. How y'all feeling, man? How you good? How you doing, Ty?
I'm cooling, long day, but that's every day at this point.
B.
Can't complain. Just another day.
For sure.
How you? Can't forget you. How you?
Hey, man. Life moves, brother. Life moves, man. You gotta roll with the punches, man. You know what I'm saying? Roll with the punches. Life good, man. Y'all, you ready for this snow, Ty? Do you think it's gonna actually snow? Let me ask that.
That's what I'm trying to see. That's what I'm really trying to see. Cause last week they were talking about snow, and all we got was rain. So like, I ain't saying it ain't gonna snow. Like, I'm sure like Northern Virginia, the 804, closer up that way, gonna get snow. I'm trying to see if we gonna get snow in the 7.5 for real. But either way, it's whatever.
B, ready for the snow?
I'm a spring baby. I hate the snow.
Fair enough. All right, let's do it, man. Start with news. Do we have pressing news? Like, is there pressing news? We was live on Wednesday. Has anything happened since then? I don't think so.
Besides the Ravens hire, nope.
Yeah, Ravens hire. What's the name?
Yeah. Mentor, right?
Yeah, Jesse Mentor.
Yeah. That happened after we was on pod on Wednesday? What happened yesterday?
Yeah, that'd be yesterday. Yeah.
For sure. All right, for sure. We'll start with that then. Todd, we're gonna start with you.
I'm not mad at the hire. I also wonder, moving from one defensive, I guess, I don't know, if he can make the Ravens defense top 10, I think they probably can finally get over the hump. But we're gonna see. You still got a star quarterback over there, so as long as he can get a competent OC and he can do what he do on the defense side of the ball, it should be fun. He was there for 4, so there's some familiarity. Ooh, goodness gracious. There's some of them already familiar with each other, but I'm sure it's still a little bit different now. But we'll see how they mesh, and we'll go from there. But regardless, I expect the Ravens to be wild card playoff next year based off talent alone.
B.
I think it's a great hire. I think the only thing they need to do is go get a good offensive coordinator. Mentor's last 2 stops have been elite defenses. Michigan when they won Natty, and we see how LA was this season. So I think they got the pieces and everything. Now they got an elite play caller. Just got to get a good offensive coordinator to help Lamar on the other side of the ball.
For sure. I don't love it. He's a good defensive coordinator. I just think for me, the problem with them, I mean, I know what the defense looked like this year, and I know it wasn't, I know it wasn't elite as elite as we've seen it in the past, not last year when they lost in Buffalo. But the problem isn't the defense, bro. Like, we can scapegoat the defense and like, oh, they need to be top 10 again. But for what that offense is supposed to be, the defense, like, and I ain't saying, I get what we've seen from some of these defenses in the playoffs, right? Like, And I get that you want to have a top 10, top 5 defense. And while that's great and fine and dandy, if the offense don't show up, you will just continue to get, you know what I'm saying, like the same product over and over again. So to me, I don't know how much he moves the needle because can he get this defense back to being good? Yeah, but we've seen this team with a top 10 defense, you know what I'm saying, with a top 5 defense. So is that really the problem? I'm not sure. I'm not completely certain that that's the problem. And I think my bigger issue is what he's going to want to do in the draft. I don't think moves the needle for me as far as what that team is going to be next year either. He's a defensive coordinator turned head coach. He's gonna want to go and draft a bunch of defensive pieces in the draft, or at least use their first round picks for defensive pieces in the draft. And I'm still like, yo, like at some point before Lamar is 35, are we gonna get him help? Right? Like, I think that's where I'm at this point. Like, and I think help is probably a strong way to put it, but are we gonna go and get him another wide receiver that you feel like is
That's what they
capable?
really need.
Yeah, like that's what they really need. Um, but yeah, so I just don't know how much he moves the needle for me. But that's just where I'm at with it. Outside of that, uh I don't I'm really Cowboys hired Charlie Parker from the Eagles, from the Eagles as their defensive coordinator replacement. Um I love it. Young guy, plenty of upside. Um Coached Quinion and Coop to an all pro, coached Justin Simmons and Pat Sertan to an all pro. I know a lot of people are saying that those guys would have been all pros anyway, probably, but they seem to love him. So if they love him that much, you know what I'm saying? I think that's worth something to talk about and look at. Not to mention Justin Simmons is a free agent this year. Hopefully that could be a draw of appeal or attraction there. Maybe not, probably not, but it would be nice. One can hope. But yeah, I'm happy. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I don't think there's much else on the news side, man. I'm missing news anywhere else. Oh, you want to talk NBA a little bit? A little NBA news. Y'all want to talk about this LeBron Jeannie Buss situation?
What's going on there?
I ain't really hear too much about it.
Basically, there was a report that came out that Jeannie Buss basically said that they were
the Bronny stuff.
Yeah, they were overly annoyed with Bron. He wasn't appreciative. Yeah, he wasn't appreciative. He was ungrateful. They were upset that he basically said that he was coming to LA to bring them back to relevancy and all of this stuff. Like, basically, they just said they've been annoyed his whole tenure. And like, I get it, bro. I get why you're annoyed, but like, what did you expect from Bron? Like, what did you expect from Bron? And what did you want from Bron? Like, Bron brought you a chip. We wasn't looking like we was going to get a chip no time soon till Bron got there, frankly. And if your payment to him is drafting his son and we're upset about it, like, I don't know. I don't know. I think that's insane. Out here like releasing articles at this point, at this stage, like post selling the team. Everybody know the Buss family doesn't own the team anymore, right? Or like they still are part owners, but yeah. I think that's crazy, bro. We releasing articles for what? Like, that's just nasty. Ty.
Yeah, bro. I don't doing all that stuff after you sold the team. So like, that's weird. That's weird to me. Like if she really was feeling like that, she would have dropped all of this while she was still there, while he's still there. But whatever. Moving on though, like, yeah, man. Y'all drafted Bronny. Congratulations. Bron probably said thanks, but how appreciative should he be? Like he
drafted
probably
him with the
thankful, but
second to
like
last pick.
yeah, that's true too, bro. But like I'm sure he's thankful, but like appreciative, like he should be on his hands and knees thanking y'all. I don't know about that, but whatever. She gone now, so maybe. Well, I didn't say she 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of thing, but we gonna see. I feel like they done had so much family drama surrounding that franchise that all of them just need to walk away into the sunset, bro. Get into some other endeavors. Find something else to do with your life at this point, because clearly, like managing a team, owning a team, wasn't really where y'all needed to be. Maybe your pops, but y'all specifically, it ain't looking too good. But whatever. Like that, the comments ain't make me go like, "Oh my god!" Just like, why would she do that now? I guess what you expect from like owners and stuff like that. They gonna they gonna find a way to make it about themselves eventually.
B.
I think something had to happen recently for her to waited this long to finally say something. If it's true that his entire tenure there, it's been like this. But like you said, I don't know what they were really expecting, and he didn't really lie. They had no relevancy before he got there. And if Bron didn't come, I think since Kobe won the championship, we still would be in the drought of the Lakers and probably for the next 15 plus more, probably until the Lakers get a championship. So I think Bron did his job of what y'all signed him for coming to LA. He filled all of the blanks. He'd been putting people in them seats, selling out the arena, got y'all a championship. He done did everything that you could ask for from your superstar. I don't really know what much more they can really ask for.
Yeah. They can't ask for much more, bro. They can't, but it's good. I think I just think it's funny to tell LeBron James of all people as a Lakers owner to be more grateful for what they've done for him. That's seems very backwards to me.
The Lakers have gained more than LeBron gained from them going to LA. So I don't really understand that part.
I'd say in basketball terms, the Lakers have gained more. LeBron gained more in life because like he, you know what I'm saying, everybody know he wanted to be in LA. He needed to get out of Cleveland to further his business acumen and all of that. But like in basketball world, bro, like Lakers have gained way more. Bron, I mean, it was great that Bron got another chip, but clearly we know what the conversation is around Bron, regardless of the chip anyway. And we know people don't respect the chip anyway. So it's like, what do it really matter that he, you know what I'm saying? Like he brought them back to relevancy. That's I feel like that's what matters. Yeah. Anybody see Dabo Swinney rip Ole Miss for tampering in the portal after Ole Miss was upset about the, you know, obviously they were upset about the why I'm blanking on my man. What's my man name? Coach just left Ole Miss.
Lane.
Yeah, obviously they was upset with LSU about Lane. We know how they handled that situation. Basically told Lane, if you even thinking about it, just go. And then I guess that they were messing with that one of Dabo's players, and Dabo got upset. I have a serious problem with Dabo, and it has absolutely nothing to do with this situation. My problem with Dabo is Dabo is not adjusting to the game. Dabo is not adjusting to where college football is in 2025, which is his biggest issue on the field, and right now is becoming his biggest issue off of the field. Dabo at this point is not trying to really pay his guys. He's not really trying to get in that portal for real. Everything he want to do is recruit high school guys, you know what I'm saying, and develop them for the next 4 years. And while that's great and fine and dandy, the fact of the matter is you're at Clemson. There's a standard to be upheld. You have to win, and he's not doing that. Um, and now he's getting upset with other teams for doing what he should be doing in the portal. And I'm like, Dabo, at what point are we gonna either, you know what I'm saying, come to terms with the reality of college football, or or just go ahead and move on, bro. Go ahead and move on. Like either one of those, he gotta do. He gotta come to terms with where college football is, or he's got to move on. Ty, what's your thoughts?
I haven't got a chance to watch the whole entire press conference, but I seen the premise, or I don't know if it was actually a press conference, but I seen the premise of what was going on. Okay, yeah. So I seen the premise though, but I definitely agree with what you said. I was saying that Dabo does not. He's stuck in his ways. Like he's one of them. Like that's cool that you're gonna be that way, but he should have walked off. You watch Saban walk off. What's the basketball coach from Virginia?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I'm missing it too.
Walked off like when it don't align with you trying to do and how you trying to build and teach a program and coach football, bro. It's cool. Like, go ahead. But
what was it? Tony Bennett.
Yeah, Tony Bennett. But if he gonna stay, you either get with the program or you're gonna get left. And that's what I've been saying. Like in this day and age, bro, he either stubborn, and it's probably he's really stubborn, but he's either stubborn or he just really don't understand what's going on right now. But I'm pretty sure it's just the fact that he's stubborn and he want to do stuff his way, and his way been working for over a decade, but like times and change. And I think the thing about the best coaches is even if they coach throughout a certain time period, when the game changes, they do too. And I think that's where Dabo's feeling at. So if he don't get it together soon and pick up on the new age, he gonna be the next one to get left, or he gonna retire. But we gonna see if they have another season like this, or like they did this past year. His time down there coming to an end soon.
Yeah. B.
I feel like there's nothing wrong with Dabo, how he goes about it. Sounded similar to like the other day what Coach Calipari had to say about.
You know what though? I agree with you. The only problem is, and I promise you, it's so funny that you said that, because I literally just looked it up, because the next thing I was gonna mention was Coach Calipari, but they're 14-5. They're winning. The problem with Dabo is he's not winning. He ain't winning. Like, I think that's the biggest difference. And I promise you, like, I literally just looked it up because I wanted to mention Coach Cal, but he's 14-5. Like, they made a tournament run last year. Like, he's, you know what I'm saying? Coach Cal gonna be all right. And I think football and basketball are two different games as well. I think it changes in basketball. Like, Coach Cal can get away with it. Dabo can't.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there's nothing wrong with it, but like you said, Ty, if he's gonna decide to go about it that way, that's gonna be the consequences of getting left behind. He's more so a guy that wants to develop high school kids and go through the whole thing. But the biggest problem with it is he didn't have a problem. He's like most people weird though. He didn't have a problem with it until he was affected, and he decided to go about it like a big kid. When he was like, they took his player, and he decided to go out and say, if you tamper with my players, I'm gonna turn you in, like on some, like, it just was like, I just don't get that. Whereas though it's like he just basically saying like, you do this, I don't got nothing to say about it. But when you mess with my players doing it, now I'm gonna speak up and say something. And it's like he just couldn't swallow the pill of the fact that he's got outbidded on. And since he's stuck on the past ways, he's not going to really adjust and know how to react to it.
Yeah. I don't know. He's gonna have to figure it out soon though. Whatever it is that he's gonna decide to do, he's gonna have to figure it out soon.
I side with them. If anything. I think the trajectory college going at is terrible. So I side with them. But
I think the thing is, The thing is, it's not even a matter of me not siding with him. I completely agree with what he's saying. I think what hurts more from an outside perspective is watching him turn into the old fart, if that makes sense. Like it hurt to watch because it's like there are real people in the world having conversations about whether Dabo is a fraud or not, because you could considerably say that two of the best college quarterbacks in the past, you know what I'm saying, however many years you want to use, took him to national title games, and he ain't looked the same since. People are generally calling him fraud, you know what I'm saying, genuinely calling him a fraud, like trying to figure out, having fraud conversations like Dabo on fraud watch. I side with him in everything that he's saying, but at some point you gotta use the system to the best of your advantage. And I think my bigger problem is we're talking about Dabo Swinney. If he used the system, if he decided to use the system, he beats everybody. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where I'm kind of at a standstill. If Dabo decided to use the system that is put in place right now, we're talking about Clemson being a top program again like that. I don't think that a lot of people are just denying the opportunity to go and play for Dabo, but at the same time, he has to want to pay to play. He has to want to pay to play, and he has to be ready to go and get the right guys. And I get it.
The consequences of everything. If you're going to decide to not get with the new program, go about it like Nick Saban did. Go ahead and hang your cleats up. You didn't did enough. If you don't want to fight for every, because we know you're a better coach than most of the coaches, but if you don't want to fight to pay players for like they're not coming for the right reasons anymore, then might as well just retire. You did enough.
Yeah. So,
I'm about to say too, I don't think nobody disagrees that there's like something wrong with the portal. The portal needs to be revamped in a way or whatever. They need to have some sort of guidelines or restrictions. But like you say, bro, until that happens, you use it to your best ability. And he ain't been doing that. And it's probably because he's refusing to do that. And that's the problem. Right. Yeah, like that's the problem in itself. Like bump all the moral values you got or whatever. You're trying to win. I feel like at the end of the day, it's about winning. And if that's what you're trying to do, then go ahead and get in the portal and get these players. Like, ain't nobody, like you say, nobody's really turning down an opportunity to go play for Clemson and Dabo Swinney. Like, it's just, I don't really see too many players deciding to do that. But that's on them. We're going to see.
In a bad trajectory. Like, I just saw today, Miami's bringing back a player for his 8th season.
For his 8th season, dog.
He got to college in 2019. That's just.
I mean,
now he's a case where I genuinely kind of understand. He's actually missed 3 years. You know what I'm saying? He's genuinely missed a plethora of football. He's missed, like, this is actually his senior year of playing in games. He missed 4 seasons of football.
I was starting my junior year at that time. People in my age group is graduated college now.
I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, this is the system that they have created. I ain't saying it's right. But what I am saying is that's a different side of the system that I can somewhat understand. I don't like it, but I can somewhat understand it.
Sympathize with it.
Yeah, there are other parts of this system where it's like, and the other part to that is, if you look at his stats, the guy, and what's his name, Toure or something like that.
Yeah,
Toure. Yeah. If you look at his stats, when he's on the field, he's genuinely producing. He just can't stay on the field. You know what I'm saying?
I think it should be a max of 5 seasons. If you get hurt and if you graduate and you play school and you do school and everything, well, I guess be a max of 5 seasons. If you get hurt for 3 seasons, it's unfortunate, but you're only going to be able to play for 2 seasons. And max should be 5.
Yeah, I mean, I get, and I think that's the other thing Coach Cal talked about in his press conference this week. He was like, "Yo, listen," he was like, after a certain point, he was like, "You're gonna have to sit out a year, and that's just going to count against your eligibility." I think there are other sides to this transfer portal thing that people are actually getting over on the portal. I think he's one of those situations where it's like, I hate it, but I kind of understand it, but I hate it. You know what I'm saying? but there are real people actually getting over. And I think the difference is he's one of those that's not transferring or nothing like that. He not just transferring. He ain't on his 7th school in 8 years. You know what I'm saying? It's real people out there like that though. Like, yo, I'm gonna just keep bouncing around till I stick somewhere and I get real playing time. No, he not bouncing around. He was at Rutgers, spent 3 years there, and now he's on his you know what I'm saying? He's on his whatever. I think he spent 4 years there, and now he's on his 4th year at Miami. But I think that's one of them where it's like
to carry them like professional. It's clear they're starting to carry them like professional athletes now. They have to pay them. I realized it was going downhill even more when I found out recently that they would push the raise your eligibility from 4 games to 9 games. That's pretty much the entire season. So
that joint is nasty. That's nasty. That's nasty.
They're trying to get all.
You got approved already? I thought that was like
no. That got approved like 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
I think the higher ups is trying to take advantage of. They're saying the players complained about getting paid for so long. Now that we're paying y'all, we're gonna carry y'all like professional athletes and try to get as much use as possible out of y'all. So it's like it's kind of making it worse for high school.
A lot more contract disputes too, like Duke and Mensa. A lot more of that stuff is gonna be happening too in this day and age. Because once you put your John Hancock on that fine print, they gonna start holding you to that. Like some school may be cool, like Fran was cool when he let the South Carolina Tennessee tight end go back in the portal and go to Ole Miss. But all coaches and schools ain't gonna be on that. Like which is
crazy to me. It's crazy to me because if you, I think if I were in that position, I would kind of feel like Fran Brown. Yo, if that's what you decide you on, bro, if you decide that's what you on, what am I forcing you to stay here for? I ain't forcing nobody to do nothing. Like you're not gonna come if I'm Duke and I'm looking at Darius Mensah or I'm Washington looking at what's bro name? I can't remember right now.
Yeah,
why? Yeah, why am I forcing somebody to stay? Especially, and I get it for Fran Brown. It was, I mean, I hate to say just a tight end, but it was just a tight end. If I'm Duke or I'm Washington, I ain't forcing no quarterback to stay on my program, stay at my school, bro. This is the guy that my season literally rests in the hands of a quarterback, whoever the quarterback is. I'm not putting the ball in the hands of a dude that I have pissed off and forced to stay somewhere that he don't want to be.
That's why I feel like it should be a maximum that you get as an NIL in college because they're getting paid as much as whatever they feel like they're worth and everything.
I feel like
the coach is starting to treat them a certain way, but I think people the hard truth, like, they're high level players. So I think the hard truth people have to realize, as much as we want to try to put this professional label on these guys, they're still amateurs, and amateurs don't deserve to be having as much say so as the college players are starting to have. At the end of the day, it's more college players that aren't professional level athletes than amateur level. There's not many guys as we think that are NFL like athletes or professional athletes. So for us to be having guys that aren't that, like I think middle class guys now, like 5-star recruits going into college now is getting at least a million right now. And I saw in the portal, 3-star athletes in the portal are getting at least 150 to 200,000. And it's like, for you to be an amateur and this is how the program goes, and looking at all of the other places outside of the NFL, CFL, UFL, arena football, all those things, practice squad in the NFL, they're making more than all of those guys, and majority of them aren't even good enough to be there. So it's like, I just feel as though it should be a cap on how much they should be making.
It's funny.
I think that's gonna come too.
Yeah, I think it's funny because the nuance of the conversation gets crazy when, like, there's two ends of the spectrum to this conversation. The problem is we fought so hard for so long for college athletes to get paid that now we've overdone it. Now we've taken it to a different, you know what I'm saying, to a different stratosphere. Now we in trouble. Like, and it's genuinely people that's out here that's like, yo, I was fighting for these dudes to get paid, but now we've done too much. And how do we really
to be fair, I can't even, like, I feel like they're getting paid too much, but can't even be
A
mad at
salary
it
cap
off
is
of the
gonna
simple fact
happen.
of the coaches. I don't really think you can at this point. The simple fact, even before college players are able to get paid, when you look at the contracts that college coaches been getting, it's always been crazy NFL level
Mm.
contracts. A lot of players was never getting paid. So if we're going to continue to give coaches 7 years, 7 years for 80 million and everything, you definitely can't complain or be mad about a player getting $2 million or 500,000.
I mean, we talking about schools that have been bankrolling their whole, you know what I'm saying, their whole tuition, their whole scholarship funds, their whole bankrolling. I mean, these schools are bankrolling, other sports programs on the backs of, football teams. I mean, you go and look at a school like how much money. I mean, and we know Johnny Manziel got his paper, whatever. We know he got it, the different way. But how much pay do you think Johnny Manziel generated for Texas A&M, right? Like, how much
Yeah.
pay do you think he generated not only for Texas A&M but for the rest of the sports programs? You know what I'm saying? That
Everybody
soccer
on that
team,
campus. Not,
you know what I'm
not
saying?
even
Yeah,
Folks
just the
paying,
sports program, bro.
it's not like the NFL. These universities been around for almost over 100 years, so it's like
and been bankrolling straight off
they got
football.
people from every sport. They got higher ups that put in money. We see how easy it is. We see now Mark Cuban's decided, hey, I'm about to start giving Indiana money, and that's a thing for a lot of schools, even players and people that didn't play. It's a lot of high level it's a lot of high level people in society that we see that's not even athletes, and they went
Yeah.
to a school or the school is in their area, and they say, "Hey, we're going to start funding this school this amount of money." It's like,
And like the funniest part about it is like I can't say for fact or for certain that Mark Cuban never gave Indiana no money, but it's just now coming out that Mark Cuban is giving Indiana money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of them things where I can't
You
really
probably
be
said,
mad
what
at
was
him.
the point before Sanetti got there?
And that's okay if that's how he felt. But then the point really becomes like when you look at it from that perspective, if he's saying what's the point before the team got good, that's all the more reason I can't even be mad at these players for getting the pay that they getting.
For
Because
sure.
like you mean to tell me Fernando Mendoza don't deserve, you know what I'm saying, a couple mil for what he just did? You know what I'm saying? Like, and we talking about a guy that came from Cal, you know what I'm saying, that nobody really cared about. I mean, this is a guy that like we watched that Cal game last year, Ty, like that against Syracuse. I couldn't have told you if somebody would have told me, you know what I'm saying?
He
Yeah,
a
that was
national
Fernando.
champion at this point.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
you won. Or he
If
finna
somebody
be the
would have
number
told
one
me,
pick in the draft.
you know
Probably
what
would
I'm
have said
saying?
you won.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like you can't tell me these guys don't deserve a little bit of pay for what they have gone out and been able to accomplish and gone out and been able to do. That being said, though, I do think we've now reached the other end of what was actually supposed to happen. We wasn't supposed to be just paying random guys, you know what I'm saying, a meal. It was supposed
I
to
got
be
it.
those guys.
I gotta ask a question though, and this bringing back to, I feel like you have to play the players. Power four college football teams. When we think about all the things you can pay for a school, like we see teams upgrading weight rooms and everything. You don't spend money on your weight room every single year. You don't pay your coach every single year. So that brings you to the question of why can't the players get paid if each school is bringing in at minimum every season at least 25, 30 mil, not including the booster money and everything that they're getting. So in that case, where is all the money going at that point? It's like, is it going to the rest of the university? The players should be getting
Of
something
course it is.
for a long time. Players wasn't getting nothing. They were just literally going to the coach's pocket, to whatever you needed for the locker room, whatever, and then over probably 80% of the rest of it was just going to the rest of the university.
Engineering
And
program
that was,
funded.
yeah,
Like,
and
for
that's just
what?
like, I just don't think that was right to the players. Like, even if he was giving each player, because it's only I forget what the active roster is. I think it's 53 for colleges like football, NFL, I think. But even if that was the case, you would see like that's still, you could give each person 500,000, like, and then you can do it based off who's starting and who doesn't. So it's like It just gets to a certain point.
You definitely get to a point. Nonetheless, all right, we 35 minutes in. If you here, man, appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, tap in with the pod, man. Follow the guys, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Drop your comments in the chat, whatever. We'll interact with you. But let's switch over, man. Let's switch over to the NFL. Like we said, it's conference championship
Check
weekend.
your phone, Colt.
What we got? All right, bet. Oh my God.
Oh, you look mad, bro.
You know how crazy it be when I be on another screen, I'll be looking at something totally different. I come back to this screen
You're
and
mischievous right now. Like he finna get
Coach
into
P pop up for no, like, just, you know what I'm saying, just off the random. Coach P pop up.
You know what I'm saying, man?
You know, I be feeling crazy when I don't talk to you because it's like, then I really don't know. I really don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I was about to call you. Before I called, I checked the load. The load. I said, never mind. I'm gonna leave him alone.
I was in practice. We got a big one tomorrow.
What we got?
conference game.
Yeah, conference game. We got Denver. It's our first time playing them during conference, and they do a lot. So good preparation. I think
It was your scout?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we'd be ready to go.
What time?
We play at 11 a.m. Whatever time we at Mountain Time, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So it would be 1 o'clock y'all time, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
1 o'clock y'all time. But
you cool?
yeah, I'm good.
No, not you. B.
Yeah, she ain't ready yet. What's going on, P?
What's word, B? What's word?
Ain't nothing.
All right. We ain't gonna be here long, man. Let's get this drink rocking so we can get out of here. Broncos Patriots. We gonna start right there. Jarrett Stidham legacy game. Yes. No. Maybe so.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised. He's got a resume for it. I wouldn't really be surprised.
So we starting with B then. How long? Go ahead, B.
I mean, and everybody knows that watch college, especially P. I'm pretty sure because he was at a SEC school, but it's been on mainstream media as of recently. If you haven't knew, but Jarrett Stidham, when Auburn wasn't an elite program at the moment anymore, he beat two top 5 teams in a 3-week span in college. And he showed a lot of potential for the NFL, reason why he got drafted and was a backup. It wasn't to the status of, we got a franchise guy or anything, but that's hard to do as far as making it to the NFL. And a lot of times, a lot of guys' job is to be a career backup. And that's what Jarrett Stidham has showed. But he was a career type of backup, whereas though if you need him to come in, he's experienced enough in a lot of big time moments to whereas though he can come in and he can manage the game for you and get it done if necessary. I feel like with the Broncos defense that he has, I feel as though you're not asking for him to go out there like a typical playoff game normally with an average defense to throw for 300, 400 yards, or whatever the case may be. He ain't really going to have to do that. All he got to do is manage the game. He may have to make some big time throws here and there and go out and win the football game. So I think that he's more than capable of doing that.
P?
I mean, I just feel it's ironic. I'm in the Mile High City. I'll pick the Broncos to go to the bowl and win anyway. You know what I'm saying? And we might get stuck here, so I might be going to the game myself. I had to put in a couple calls just in case we do stay, so I can be, in the skybox, but it won't be too cold for me. It's like 7 degrees out here, but
hey, you're a basketball player. That ain't your type weather.
Listen, I mean, I'm from the north though. I'm from Ohio, so it get cold, and I done been out here when it's cold before, but it's different. I ain't about to sit at a whole NFL game in ice box. That's just not worth it. When I can make a call and we can make something shake, you know what I mean? But I got the Broncos. I think Stidham he just gonna do what he need to do to win the game. I don't think it'll be nothing special. I don't think it's gonna be anything out of the ordinary. He's gonna make some plays where he's gonna have his highlights on social media. He might make a mistake, but I think the defense gonna hold it down. Running game gonna be good, and he gonna make the throws when he need to. Broncos to the bowl, and I think in the Super Bowl actually is when he have his. Oh, he can really play quarterback game. I think in the
I think we're gonna. I think we're about to get. I think we're about to get a Nick Foles this type run to close out this. So we shall see how it goes.
Yeah, again, I think the Broncos is the best team left in the playoffs. That's just me.
His career can change. His career trajectory, NFL can change simply off of these two games. If he goes out here and wins these two games, I don't expect him to be in a Broncos uniform like
I do. He's gonna be the backup
for a long. Because we seen Nick Foles, he didn't get to play that many games. He went and won that bowl. He had a starting job following up, like with a new team.
But Nick played half a season though. Like he played
half a season. That half a season wasn't in high gear till the playoffs came.
I mean, he did his job when he won the bowl. But like, if he go get a starting job off of 2 games,
I don't think he's gonna get a starting job. I just think he's gonna get more money than he making in Denver, and he might have a chance at a starting job.
He actually pretty highly paid. If you go look at his contract, he's actually one of like the top paid backups in the league right now. Already.
Is that surprising? He's one of the top backups in the league, I think. So it's like it's not really surprising.
He go win this bowl, and then I get to go back to being a backup and chilling.
I'm about to say, bro, you know what they're gonna do for him in Denver if he's.
I will say. I'm pretty sure. I don't know as much as we say. Like, yeah, like it's free money, whatever the case may be. When you a Jarrett Stidham guy, like, or any high level guy, it's like, yeah, it's nice that you're making millions while being on the bench. But if it was up to you, you would rather much be on the field. Like, this is what you've been doing your whole life. Like, you want to be on the field. So it's like nobody's not mad that they're making millions on the bench. But if you would have asked like Jarrett Stidham or those guys, would they rather be making that or making that amount or a tad bit less while being on the field? I'm pretty sure they would say they would rather be
tad bit less. I don't know if he'd take a tad bit less. He had to take.
You probably take if you say to me, you be back up, and I'll pay you $4 million annually, versus I have to go somewhere for a season, and I'll get 2.5 and I start. I'm gonna take the 2.5.
No sir.
Wait, where am I? If I'm a backup on a Super Bowl contender, and then you gonna pay me 2.5 to go play for the Cardinals, I'm staying in Denver.
If I'm starting in Arizona, I go show what I could do in Arizona. That 2.5 or even 4 after this season, I can be possibly making double digits. So,
and you know what you could be doing? You
I ain't gonna lie, bro. We talking about staying healthy.
It's you gambling.
We are talking about football at the end of the day.
Hold on.
How much was Malik Willis rookie contract?
You right. You could be making double digits. But he could be making single digits and working at Walmart.
It's you gambling on yourself. You want to take the security route, or are you going to gamble on yourself?
I'm gonna gamble on myself.
If the security route over 10 mil,
like if Malik contract B was 4 years, 5 mil.
Malik Willis rookie contract was 4 years, 5 mil. His first 2 seasons in Tennessee was god awful. It looked like he was about to not even have a job. He decided to come to. We decided to pick him up from Green Bay. He didn't get many starts. I think he only touched the field about 8 times since he's been here in 2 years. But every single time he touched the field, he went crazy. So he about to go from seeing 4 for 5 his rookie contract to potentially seeing not potentially, it's for a fact. He's gonna get more money annually this offseason than he did his entire 4 years on his rookie contract.
Yeah, but that's different than what you just. But that's different than what you just said, because what you just said was that he potentially would go and get a starting job, but he would probably have to take less.
No, I was giving a scenario because if you're getting a starting job, you're gonna make more than when you're on the bench. That's just a known fact. It was just a scenario, but it's super rare for you to get a starting job and your pay go down from what you were making when you were on the back.
In general,
Stidham, whether he win this Super Bowl is not starting in the NFL next year.
No, not next year. I just think that he's gonna have a more fair shot. Like if he meaning like training camp. Like right now, we know no matter how crazy he come out and ball out in training camp, he has zero chance of starting over Bo Nix. He can outperform Bo Nix in training camp for all that. He don't have no chance of starting over him.
Where is his chance at?
It's a few teams. If he could go to, he could go to Pittsburgh.
No.
Pittsburgh. We just talked about that. How they not even trying to trust Will Howard. It shows like they don't even.
You know who Pittsburgh will start?
Who?
The person they love starting, Mason Rudolph. They love starting him.
I think they. I don't think that Mason Rudolph will ever start in the Steelers uniform again. I honestly don't think Mason Rudolph will start again in the NFL. The only way is if a quarterback gets hurt. So where though he's like the last resort. When you show those type of things, it's more so packed up. Like I think Justin Fields played his last football as a starter in the league. It's like, and the NFL was a lot more patient with him than most other quarterbacks. I think he had like 4 or 5 stops.
So
And you normally don't get that much. They're gonna go get
We can't
somebody.
hear you, brother.
My fault. But nah, we talking about me. But I was gonna say about Fields, I think him and Willis differs than Stidham because of their physical tools. Like, I think people are more inclined to let Fields or Willis get a chance because you look at them, you know they can make plays with their legs. In theory, they have strong arms. Like you would want to give them opportunities. When we talk about Stidham, like, yeah, bro, we know you can play a little bit, but if we can't really throw the football, what can you give me?
If I'm gonna be honest with you, Malik Willis, yes. At this point in 2026, you're not taking the chance on Justin Fields over Jarrett Stidham. I'm sorry, based on what you've seen. Because the biggest thing that you look for in a quarterback, we was the most patient with Justin Fields, and he tended to show us no progression or promise, and that's his IQ and quarterback processing. Justin Fields is one of the most talented quarterbacks that we've got. Like we've seen how he was at Ohio State and everything. He got the speed. He can make the throws on the field, all types of things. But the main concern with all quarterbacks is your football IQ and your processing as a quarterback. That's what Daniel Jones has tended to struggle with on and off throughout his whole entire career so far. We've seen Sam Darnold do it, but he was in New York, so it was a little bit different. But Daniel Jones, he struggled with that. And Daniel Jones is a physical specimen when you look at a quarterback. When you look at he had the speed, he can make the throws on the field and everything. But the processing on the football field is the most important thing as a quarterback. And if you can't do that, it's no use for you anymore. We've seen it. It's not like we're going off of one season with Justin Fields. I believe he's been a starter of maybe 4 or 5 different times now. So it's like
I don't really count.
It's no sign of improvement.
I feel like Justin Fields, and it sucks to say it, but like I don't really feel like he's been in the best situations because we know situations matter. And I don't feel like his situations has helped him or his abilities at all. Like
I think it shows in his situations, and you look at the other guys that like got put in his exact situation. Yeah, they didn't play elite level football, but they played better than he did. So it's like, Justin Fields this season in New York averaged 105 passing yards a game, and his touchdown interception ratio was almost negative. That's not Michael White didn't look like that. Michael White didn't look like that when he was in that uniform. Trevor Siemian didn't look that terrible when he was in that uniform. None of those guys. I'm talking about as far as the organization. Now go back to Chicago.
That stuff matters though. Like when you're
Wait. You said his touchdown to interception ratio was negative?
I said it was almost negative.
He only threw for 7 touchdowns, but he only threw 1 interception.
No, I would think that's my apology. I was thinking about somebody else because I saw somebody that had 12 or 14. But no,
and the only reason I remember that I had to look it up was because I remember he wasn't throwing no touchdowns, but I remember for like the first like 6 weeks of the season, it was like, man, Justin Fields ain't threw an interception yet.
Like, it was just nothing. I think it was multiple weeks. He didn't even get 100 passing yards. Like it was genuinely looking bad. Whereas though he just wasn't able to. He wasn't able to move the ball. It was just really like genuinely looking that bad. And his weapons for you to have Garrett and Mason Taylor, it's like you had one of the best guys.
Like even though he has decent weapons, if you don't have the correct structure around you, it's never gonna work. I think Justin Fields, honestly, in the NFL, could be a good quarterback, but he has not been in a situation to truly show, like, all right, you got quality. Let's see what you can make out of it. Chicago, awful. New York, clearly awful.
Well, can
But
we say that? Can we put that on him about Chicago? Because who was the quarterback in Chicago before Justin Fields got there?
Trubisky, won't it?
I think so.
Did Mr. Trubisky not have a fair amount of success for the Chicago Bears standard in Chicago?
1 year.
he had 1 year, and he also had different coaching.
So, Kobe, if you can look, what guys have
I'm looking right now.
Justin Fields had? This is offensive coordinators, and like who were the guys after them? I just go off of what I watch. Like I said, like I've seen Fields make the throws, like the big time throws and everything. But it's just like his biggest weakness is disguise coverage, everything, and it's like you don't have much time to process things in the NFL. So it's like
was 11
when you
and
see
3
that
in
stuff wrong.
But
What'd you say,
outside of
Ty?
that, he won't. I said Trubisky was 11-3 when he played in his second year.
I think he made Pro Bowl
But
one of those
after
years.
that,
That was the year.
he was Pro Bowl his second year. Yeah, that's the year he made the Pro Bowl. But after that, he
that,
was like
trash.
he was 7-7, 7 touchdowns, 7 interceptions as a rookie, 24 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, Pro Bowl, 17
Bill
touchdowns,
Lazor.
16-8. Like he won't terrible, but he won't.
So
but
when you name
watch
all
him,
of
when you
those-
watch him, you know he won't.
Bill Lazor and Luke Getsy was the offensive coordinators
I
for
remember
Justin
Luke.
Fields.
And where is their like what is their coaching history like for the team they've been at?
Nasty.
Like who were their quarterbacks with their coaching history?
Luke Getsy. He's a senior assistant coach in Green Bay right now. 2024 was with the Raiders, 2-6. 2023, 2022 was with the Bears. He was y'all's offensive passing game coordinator in 2021 and 2020, and y'all's quarterbacks coach in 2019. So
They were all good years.
So when he got to Chicago, that was his first time as an offensive coordinator. Bill Lazor. Coaching career. Somebody give me his coaching career. Offensive coordinator was the first time when he got to Chicago. It was his first time. Oh, he was the offensive coordinator in 2018 with Cincinnati when they were 6-10. That was his first year as an offensive coordinator. Got fired there and became an offensive coordinator 2 years later in 2020 with Chicago. So got fired after 1 year.
So we're talking about one dude that got fired in Cincinnati, and then you come to Chicago with no structure, and you got a fresh out quarterback.
Check your phone call.
Then you got the bro from Green Bay, who you got structure in that organization. You got A-Rod, you got Great Pete, like you got it all. Super Bowl truly put together contender team, and then you go to Chicago with nothing.
Yeah.
Justin Fields is better than Kyler Murray. I'm standing on it.
Listen, there ain't too many people that don't like Kyler Murray more than me, but I can't in good faith say that one. I can't in good faith say that one. I don't think Justin Fields has shown you anything to show you that he's better than Kyler Murray. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Kyler Murray ain't showed me nothing that he's better than Justin Fields.
I mean, this is a Kyler Murray got multiple years throwing over 20 touchdowns. Justin Fields doesn't have a single one of those. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Better situation.
I get it. I'm just saying.
And he was, bro, come on, bro. He's throwing the D hop, bro. It ain't that hard. You just put the ball in the vicinity. He's going to grab it. Like, what are we doing, shorty?
I
Come
guess,
on.
bro. I
Come
guess,
on,
bro.
Whoa,
Justin
bro.
Fields ain't never broke 2,500. Oh no, he broke 2,500 yards one time in his career.
I'm saying he
I
was
was
on his
very-
way this year before he got hurt.
No, he wasn't.
He was. He's on his way. He was on his way in New York.
He was at 1,300, bro. He finished the season at 1,300, bro.
How many behind games he played?
9.
Yeah, that's half. 1,300 at half. He on his way.
Hey, bro. he was going to max out. He was going to max out at 2,532 yards. He was going to max out at
1,300
2,532.
at 9 games. He was going to get 2,600 plus.
He was going to max out at 2,532, bro. I ain't going to lie to you. I ain't going to lie to you. He was going to max out at 2,532 game. He was going to be 70 yards short of that 2,600. He was going to be 70 short. He was going to be 70 short of that 2,600, bro. I ain't going to lie. And he was only going to throw for 12 touchdowns.
Ooh.
Justin Fields is playing good ball before he got hurt, bro.
Right. He
I
was
ain't gonna lie. The first game though, I was like, okay, Fields, because
me and Ty was lit,
like, Kobe was like, hold on, bro, you know how he get.
I was
like,
I just feel like
I was like, I'm gonna give credit where it's due,
bro. I feel like
Yeah,
he needs to be in a better situation, bro. I think that's it.
Hey, bro.
What that situation
I
is, I
think-
don't know. But I think he needs
I
to be in
don't
a better
know, bro.
He went out there. He was 16 for 22 for 218, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, 12 carries, 48 yards, 2 tuds. We was like, hey, he on one this year.
You know one. Then Garrett Wilson act like he can't make a contested catch with Jalen Ramsey.
Concussion the next game, came back 20 for 22. Yeah, bro.
It ain't his processing, bro. It's just bad situations, bro.
Bad situations, bro.
Bad situations.
All right, for sure. I mean, I guess, bro. I guess I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Anyways, Ty, I don't think we ever got to you. Did we ever get to you about this Jarrett Stidham situation? Is this his legacy game? Is this a legacy run?
Game, right? Are we saying he like 300 yards, 3 touchdowns legacy game, or legacy game as just win?
Legacy
Because
game.
we're talking about him playing good. I feel like that's a different conversation. But if we're saying just get the W and that's a legacy game, I'm all
That ain't a
for it.
legacy.
But
Can he win? Can he win? Can he win?
for sure they can win. I think, like I said, run the ball. They got to run the ball effectively. And then the defense got to do what they've been doing all year. And I think they'll have a good chance to have a potential chance to win the game at the end. But
We
he
gotta
can't
stop
turn the
doing
ball
this
over.
Run the ball thing, man. We got to stop doing this run the ball thing. Y'all did this last week against New England, bro.
I ain't say that. But
I didn't say that last week versus
that
you know what I
was
said
B
last-
and that Nick Chubb stuff. I won't know that.
You know what I said versus New England last week, and he most definitely did not show up.
Yeah, we know.
Glad we
But-
got that out.
I'm
you
saying
told me-
they
You
got
told
to.
me. You told me right before we got off the pod. You said, "Believe in Drake May more than CJ Stroud." Don't worry about it. I ain't gonna say nothing else. I'm gonna just let him show you. I said, "Oh, all right." I don't know what you was on.
Yeah, he showed us all.
That was some Ohio State fandom right there. Must have been. I don't know what that was.
Oh, I saw a podcast earlier in that day. They got me turned up on CJ. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. They was talking about how CJ Stroud was he was on his way to being the guy, and I was like, you know what, bro, I'm buying it. And then that just happened to come up on the pod, and I was just, you feel me? But I mean, hey, you know, we all have a bad day.
You was feeling it, huh?
I was feeling it. Fool me once. Hey, ain't gonna fool me twice.
Bro, I think the tools are still there. I really can't pinpoint why he don't.
It's over with, bro.
CJ's over with.
So
He got time.
I-
Though.
my thing is, my problem with CJ isn't talent. Never has been talent. I think when you are rattled, I think he's genuinely rattled. I think it's a confidence thing at this point. And the reason I say over with isn't because of a lack of talent, or they try to, a lot of people try to put it on IQ or processing and stuff like that. That's not CJ's problem. CJ's problem at this point is genuinely a lack of this,
Comfortability.
and
Okay,
that to me is something that only changes with situation, and the way that it looks right now. The situation is going to have to change in Houston. I don't think he'll ever get back to what he was in Houston. I think that's going to be tough. Hear me out. And this, like I said, this isn't a talent thing, bro. For CJ, the situation has to change. They got to go and get him a whole new offensive line. You talking about guys that got rid of his Ty. What's your left tackle name right now?
Tunsil.
Laramie Tunsil. You talking about guys that got rid of Laramie Tunsil. Your offensive line was already terrible, and you sent away my protector. You sent away my big man. You sent my Steven Adams away. You know what I'm saying? You sent my guy away. You to me, that feels like you deserted me. You left me to die out there.
That's fair.
So to me, the situation in Houston, they got to go and get him a whole new offensive line, because he'll never trust these guys. I don't care what the numbers say. They could turn into a middle of the pack average offensive line next year, and it still, for me, wouldn't change it. Like when somebody show you who they is, sometimes you ever feel like you just can't, like, I can't never trust you again the same way. To me, that's how it feels with CJ in Houston. He can't never trust this offensive line the same way. Even if they metrically turn into a middle of the pack offensive line, if it start to look like they protected him a little bit better, you can't. They left that man out there to die, bro, to die. So the situation has to change. He has to go to a different team. And what you hope that he goes to a different team where he can become a backup and improve his worth. You hope that he can get a Sam Darnold situation. I'm saying you hope that he can. I'm not saying turn into a backup and not play. What I'm saying is you hope that he goes to a team where they're good enough. And you don't want him to keep going to Justin Fields situations. You don't want him to just go and be a starter in New York just because New York needs a quarterback right now. You want him to turn into Sam Darnold had to go to Minnesota. He lucked out, got a starting position on a team that was already good. Now he came back to life. Now he goes to Seattle and he revives himself.
If CJ leaves Houston, he's gonna be a backup. Because if he leaves Houston, it's gonna be to a bad team. And if he's not a backup and he goes to a bad team, all we're gonna see is people complain about what he just had, bad O-line, and he's not trusted.
You want see this is what I'm saying to you, P. You want CJ to go. You want CJ to follow the same trajectory that Justin Fields is following right now? Just bad team after bad team?
I don't think that's how the league looks at CJ. I don't think that he would even.
So he's going to move to another team that's already a contender and take over somebody else's.
How many QB spots are up for grabs? How many QB spots are up for grabs right now?
One, I personally don't think his time in Houston is nowhere near up or should be up yet. We're only going into this is year 4 for him next year, right?
This is contract year.
Year 3.
This is year 4 coming up.
No. This is year 4. Yeah.
This is contract year coming up.
Next year will be year 4. And we're talking about a guy who's been in the playoffs every year that he's been a quarterback in the NFL.
We're not doing that.
Wait, let me finish. Stop. When CJ Stroud the Houston Texans, before he showed up, nothing.
Yeah.
He comes in, and him coming out of college, it was, does he have heart? Is he tough? Because they was killing him in his college film, where he could have just ran for the 3 yards and got the first down, all that. He comes into the NFL, shows that he's tough. Makes those plays that everybody was talking about he couldn't make or wouldn't make because he was soft. He's had the Texans in the playoffs every season as their lead guy quarterback. Hold on. And when the Houston Texans have been healthy with his weapons, CJ Stroud hasn't had any problems.
That's a separation between a game changer and a regular guy. Needing to be at full health effect to still be an elite guy and productive.
No one said that CJ Stroud was a game changer. We just said CJ Stroud.
The whole world said it less than 2 years ago when everybody was so quick to have him in this elite conversation.
No one said CJ Stroud was a game changer. They said CJ Stroud was the next coming of the group of guys.
But what do you mean by he ain't never had when they're healthy, he ain't had no problem? This is where I think it get ugly at. He has 3 wins in his playoff career and 2 losses, granted. But what his 2 losses is this year and what last year I'm trying to think who was his 2 losses.
They lost to Baltimore when we was.
So was he hurt one
that
of
was
these
his
years?
rookie year?
They said 3 straight years, so he got 3 playoff losses. Unless he was hurt in one.
Well, yeah. I don't know. They might not be counting this year yet. They probably haven't.
He lost to us his rookie year. Last year, they lost to the Chiefs. They lost to the Chiefs because they was beating the Chiefs. The whole Tank Dell situation happened. Chiefs came back and won the game. Because they was about to walk away with that game. They was beating Kansas City.
You're right. You're right.
Tank Dell
so here's
down,
my thing about that thing.
Somebody else offensively went down for them in that game, and
You're right.
it all just fell apart.
Yeah.
Then this year they just had the loss with New England. But it's like when CJ Stroud, outside of this game versus New England, he has showed up and showed out. When the moment
that makes me ask you this question: what is the difference? What is the difference, and what is going to make you as an organization decide to trust and take this leap of faith so much? Because all I'm hearing is the other elite talents that has had these struggles, and they actually showed more with less. Prime example: I said this rookie year when everybody was so hyped to say CJ Stroud was top 10. I said Bryce Young is still better than CJ Stroud. I do not want y'all to think otherwise. Bryce Young led the NFL in getting sacked because he had a terrible O-line. Now the script flipped. Bryce got a little bit more help, and everybody started to see what he was. But his rookie season, he showed a lot of flashes. Also last year, Caleb Williams last year, everybody was quick to say Jaden Daniels, he's on another level. Caleb Williams isn't this guy. Said Caleb Williams is better than Jaden Daniels still. People say I'm still trying to hold on to it. No, it wasn't. He led the league in getting sacked. Even if he had weapons, he had no time and led the league in getting sacked. One of his starting old linemen was from an Ivy League school. This is football. What Ivy League offensive lineman is starting in the NFL? Like, what are we doing? He led the league in getting sacked.
Don't disrespect the Ivy League, bro. My cousin played at
Bro, I'm not hearing that, bro. The Ivy League, they produce full.
My cousin played at Harvard, and Ivy League he was undefeated.
Man, listen, man. They produce full.
Who are we talking about right now?
Man, listen, man. They produce fullbacks, man.
You started with CJ Stroud.
We ain't hearing that. But the Ivy League and the NFL known for fullbacks, man. We ain't hearing that. They known for Kyle Juszczyk and them guys. They ain't O-line is crazy. He led the league in getting sacked last year. Came back, got a little bit more help. Now we're seeing what his ceiling could possibly be. CJ Stroud is not the first and he's not the last quarterback to have offensive line struggles. We literally watched a man named Joe Burrow go to the Super Bowl with the 32nd ranked offensive line. And we're sitting up here saying he's never going to trust his O-line. That's going to make him play bad, all of these things. He has showed what he can do and what he can't do. And what CJ Stroud has shown is that he's not a game changer and he's going to need a little bit more help than a lot of teams would be required to have help. And there's nothing wrong with that. If the Texans are okay with that, then they're going to continue to go through with CJ.
It's not that many teams that their quarterback doesn't need help.
It's not about not needing help. It's about being able to deal with some adversity here and there that's not horrible. It's like at least decent. Like last year, CJ Stroud O-line last season was not god awful. Like I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. This year, it was terrible. Last season, it was
asking
not
you to
that.
Tell me which teams have had success and their guy didn't need his help that he has.
It's not about the success thing. It's about CJ Stroud since his rookie season. He's shown little to no like it's been almost little to no thing of like, yeah, this is our franchise guy over the last 2 seasons.
What?
I think that is a stretch. I think the better thing to say is that you haven't seen progression from him the way that you wanted to. I don't think he hasn't showed that he's a franchise guy. I just don't think that he's progressed the way. Excuse me. I don't think he's progressed the way that you want your franchise guy to go. Now, this is what I'll say. What I will say is where I was going was simply based off of, I think when you turn football into a mental game at the quarterback position, I think that's where things get scary for me. When things turn into a mental, like you literally saw CJ Stroud's mentality shift.
No bounce back ever came
from the time from his rookie year to now. You've seen his mentality shift, and I think his mentality, when you talk about regression, his mentality has regressed. His mechanics have regressed because his mentality has regressed, and you can tell he's clearly rattled back there.
You know why?
Go ahead.
The main course, as we always say, that rookie year, he came out, he was feeling it. He's like, yeah, he could do what he wanted out there. Entire NFL, we got an off season. Let's put this on tape. Let's see what he did his rookie year. Saw everything he did on tape. Okay, we're gonna adjust to this. CJ Stroud came out the next season. Now we got study film on what your strong suits and what your cons are. They're making him play to his weaknesses. And his confidence has slowly deteriorated every single game. Have we seen defensive coordinators know what they're doing? This has literally been a thing forever. I've always said, your rookie season, we got to stop paying attention to rookie years. Sophomore, junior year, everything after that, like we said when we was talking about the receivers a while ago, what you do after your rookie season is who you really are, because now you're on tape. That is a totally different thing. His confidence, you just said, his confidence is literally gone. This isn't even the same guy we seen rookie year, confidence-wise. This isn't the same guy.
P, are you telling us it is the same guy that you've seen, that you saw his rookie year? And I'm talking about from a confidence standpoint, from a mental standpoint.
Yeah, mentally, this is not the same guy.
Yes, bro. Yes.
They was dancing around his first year, all that.
They were dancing around because the team went from garbage and had some life finally.
No, they were dancing around because they were winning what they're doing right now. That's why they were dancing around.
They were, yes, because this is the first time they've been able to dance, and since we know how long.
That was his first time there. Why are you saying it?
This is my point. Hold on. Hear me. You talking about they was dancing around. The Baltimore Ravens, when Lamar Jackson first showed out, yeah, we was dancing around. Big trust, gritty and everywhere, talking trash.
Wait. So what does the team not winning and all this dancing around have to do with CJ Stroud, a guy who came from a winning program and never has had any losing struggles in the NFL? Why? Where's that coming from about him not winning at some point? He's never been losing. So he came in.
Said that he was a loser. You're not listening,
and that's why I'm telling you it's because they were winning. It had nothing to do with the organization.
Were not winning before he showed up.
And when he showed up, when they were winning, I'm not talking about the team. I'm talking about what him and Tank Dell were doing when they were there. The whole team wasn't dancing.
And where has Tank Dell been? Not there. Bro, what are you talking about? Nico Collins hasn't always been there.
CJ Stroud,
the guys that he was dancing around with have not been there. That's what I'm telling you. All the guys that he was dancing around with have not been there on a consistent basis like they were year one. Is what I'm telling. All those guys.
Cole, how many games did Nico Collins miss this year?
Listen, those guys popped out together. So yes, they were dancing around and showing out. They popped out together.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking at CJ Stroud's playoff wins, bro. These joints are very interesting. These joints are very interesting. These joints are Very interesting. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut y'all off, but these joints are definitely, yeah, they're interesting. The Cleveland Browns was his first playoff win through 3 touchdowns. That was the year Joe Flacco revived that team and took them to the playoffs. Where are we at? Let's go back. The next one was last year against the Chargers.
This is why Cole. This is why I say that P. You can't be using what you're using right now. Tank Dell played. He played in a total of 14 games his second year. Started 10. So he played, and we didn't see no whole team was healthy second year. We ain't see no dancing, none of it.
Who didn't?
I ain't gonna lie. CJ Stroud and Tank Dell went out there jigging.
That's what I'm.
They
What is
was.
he
Come
talking?
on,
I'm
man.
saying.
Tank Dell don't play the game of football without dancing.
Year two, they was out there. That energy was like year one.
Yes, and they added step. What are you talking about? And they won more games than they won the year before.
I don't think the energy was. I don't think that energy was the same.
They were
because I know the way I know the energy wasn't this. The way I know the energy wasn't the same was because everybody was so quick to say CJ Stroud was top 10 after year one. Then year two, Bryce Young got an O line, and we said, yeah, Bryce Young. He showed that he had a better year two than CJ Stroud. Year three, he definitely had a better year than CJ Stroud. Bryce Young has been better than CJ Stroud the last 2 seasons. CJ Stroud was better than him their rookie year. If it wasn't Cole, let me know if CJ was better year two also.
I don't think they're that much different, to be honest. Like I don't think they're that much different, bro. As far as like in total, I don't think Bryce Young and CJ Stroud are too far from each other.
They probably not. I don't think they're that far. I think CJ had earlier success. That was
that far from.
And as a quarterback in the NFL, success after your first year matters more than early success.
But they've had the same success since year one. What are you talking about?
You're saying we. We're not talking about we. We're talking about individuals right now.
I said them two have had the same success year by year. CJ only has 1 year over him. Year 2 and 3 have been very similar. So what are you talking about?
That's exactly the point. Having a good first year over me and our second and third year, I'm producing. That's literally showing what I said in the beginning.
CJ never stopped producing.
Wait. We not gonna act like they year twos was the same neither. No, we can't do that. Bryce Young ain't show up to this year. We got to remember Bryce Young literally got benched in year 2. Bryce Young literally got benched in year 2. What are we talking about?
That second season was everybody not saying at the whole entire second half of the season, like, yeah, Bryce Young is here now. Like what we saw from year 2 of the second half of the season.
They were proud of him for overcoming adversity from getting benched.
Yeah,
that was it. Somebody was saying,
let's go look at 2024. How Bryce Young second half of the season. Let's see how that looks for that second half of the year in 2024.
I mean, his last game of the season, he threw 3 tuds, no interceptions. Game before that, 2 tuds, 0 interceptions. Game before that, 2 tuds, 0 interceptions. I mean, his after he came back from being benched. Now let's remember he only was benched for a couple of games because what's his name, orange hair man Andy Dalton got hurt, unfortunately, in a car crash or something insane. But I mean, it wasn't great, bro. He only missed 3 games and only threw for 2,400, 15 tuds, 9 interceptions.
Weeks 8 when he came back from week 8 to the end of the season. Bryce Young, he had a total of, he threw 6 interceptions and had. Come on, bro. He came back and had 15 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Come on, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Shorty. You saying Bryce Young had a better year than CJ Stroud this year is
come on, Cole.
It's wild.
That second year when he came back, he had 15. He went 15 and 6 in the last 8 games.
Okay.
And we're comparing that to
you saying that Bryce didn't have a better year this year than CJ is kind of crazy.
He didn't. What did he have a better year at?
We all couldn't have been watching the same football.
What?
And we
CJ had
literally
a
sat up
better-
here. We
CJ had more
literally sat up
yards.
here.
CJ had a
We
better
literally sat up
QBR.
here.
They had less interceptions. What do you
Cole,
like? What are you
Cole,
saying?
Cole, remember we literally sat up here and said CJ was playing so bad and he came out and played good the first 2 games back. We said maybe he might have needed to have that injury to where though he came back because maybe his brain's working now again. That's
What
how
did
bad he looked in the
better than
beginning of the
him
season.
this year?
What do you mean? What did he do better? He looked like a better quarterback. Like I
What
just
did he
said,
do better?
we sat up here. We literally sat up here because we were watching the games and said that his brain wasn't working. His injury was probably the best thing for him because he
have
came
not
back looking
answered my
better.
question. What did he do better than CJ Stroud this year?
He literally was looking better as a quarterback from the
I'm
reads
not
he was making.
asking whether he
Everything.
was looking. What did he do? Give me something that he did better than CJ Stroud this year.
Does he not look more comfortable on the field than CJ Stroud? Does he not have better ball placement than CJ Stroud? We're literally saying this is a
I've seen
radical.
Bryce Young
We're
look
literally
very
saying this is a.
uncomfortable in here too. I've seen him look very uncomfortable in games.
Did you
this year
just
too.
did you this year where?
Come on, B, bro. Come
Are
on.
we talking about? He said Bryce Young, but are we about to sit
I
here and act
mean,
like Bryce
we-
Young
we-
and
we-
CJ
we-
Stroud this year?
I've seen Bryce Young look uncomfortable in games. We're not about to sit here and act like Bryce Young was just Cinderella this year, bro. 'Cause
CJ Stroud looked uncomfortable almost every game.
CJ Stroud CJ Stroud beat him in everything this season.
CJ Stroud looked uncomfortable almost every game. Did he not?
If he looks so uncomfortable, why does Bryce Young have no stats over him?
You mean why does he have no stats over him? Bryce Young, he was playing the game that he needed to play.
That's what we doing.
I need to see what Bryce Young.
No,
B,
These
please don't. B,
these
please
stats
do
have
not
been
do.
terrible.
B.
I gotta
I'm
look.
begging you. I'm
What
begging
y'all-
you. Please do
what
not.
y'all just
I
said,
told
these
you.
stats
Hold
gotta
on,
be
B,
terrible.
Do not go down this hill.
I'm gonna tell him. Listen.
No, I'm just saying. It's not, I just said I was about to look. This it gotta be like very bad.
No,
Listen,
you just killed us, bruh. B, you just killed us, bruh. B, you just said he played the game that he needed to play. No.
No, I'm about to tell him. CJ Stroud had a better completion percentage. He had more yards.
19,
He had a better average per yard. He had more yards per game. He had less touchdowns, but he had less interceptions. He had a better quarterback rating. He had a better interception percentage. He had less sacks. What are we talking about? And he had a better QBR.
19-8.
23-11. Yeah, I know.
19-8, 23-11.
I know. Read the rest of it. I just
this.
gave it to
Let
you.
me go look this. Because there's things I know that you're not looking at that I can look at because I have access to it. Let me see. So Bryce Young, 18th in the league in air yards, 11th in the league in consistency and pressure throws, 14th in the league in passing touchdowns.
Kobe.
Let me go look at CJ Stroud real quick.
We're talking about Bryce Young.
Hold up, be right back. Be right back.
What's the Bryce Young?
Those are important things that little stats that you're looking at won't tell you. That's important. So let me go look at CJ real quick. I'll be right back.
This nasty, bro.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna tell you what CJ's doing for those exact numbers.
He's sitting here talking about Bryce Young is just so much light years better than CJ Stroud. He's saying these last 2 years, Bryce Young has just played so much better football than CJ Stroud. Yet he's not out at CJ Stroud in anything. He has not beat. Like I asked B, what has Bryce Young done better than CJ Stroud? This man told me, well, he just looked more comfortable on the field. Huh?
We all watch football. I'm pretty sure.
Are we about to sit here?
I hope that you don't think that CJ Stroud we saw for the Patriots, that was the first time we seen him look that rattled this year. I hope you don't think that.
We don't want to talk about Bryce Young looking rattled. Do you want
Bryce Young? Hey, I don't think Bryce Young had any game like the CJ Stroud had versus the Patriots this season.
Bro.
I don't think he had no game that bad this season. That's just me. I may be wrong. That's just me. I don't think he had a game this season that was that bad.
Ooh, you feel that way? How many Carolina Panthers games did you watch this year?
I would say about watch them play. I watched them play us. I watched him play the Falcons one time when he went crazy. I watched when he played the Rams. I watched the Bucks game for Baker. About 5.
About 5. How many games they played this season?
About 17.
Okay. Did you watch that game versus the Patriots?
I watched 5. I watched 5 games from the beginning to the end. I watched about 5 Bryce Young games.
Patriots this year.
What, Bryce Young?
Yeah.
No, I just watched the highlights for that game.
I bet you did. I bet you did just watch the highlights. He was miserable. He was miserable.
It wasn't just his highlights, like it was the highlights for the game. I'm not talking about just like Bryce Young.
Miserable. He was miserable. Awful. Terrible.
Let me know what that misery sounded like. Talk to me. What was it?
Bro, he threw for 150 yards, bro.
What are we talking about?
And
Bryce Young.
And
he did nothing in the.
Bryce who?
I'm listening. I'm sitting here listening. You just said 150 passing yards and stopped.
That's it.
I think
That's
it's like
all he did in the game. That he didn't. That's all he did at quarterback was 150 passing yards. That's it.
You can name the bad too. I'm saying, what did he do?
That's it. That's clearly letting you know what else was bad. All he did was throw for 150 passing yards.
I think the conversation.
We talking about Bryce Young?
Yeah, CJ Stroud, apparently.
I said that Bryce Young didn't have any game as bad as CJ.
I don't know how he beat y'all.
Did you see him versus San Fran?
And he's trying to
San Fran game was nasty. We know how nasty that was. B, I think he was here. B, I think you was here by the time.
Wait. Yeah, because I watched. That's also a game I watched because that was prime time. We about to sit there and say Bryce Young. We about to sit there and say Bryce Young prime time versus San Fran was near the degree of CJ versus the Patriots last week.
No one said to the degree. We said we've seen Bryce Young look rattled and terrible too. Is what I'm saying to you. Did you see him versus Seattle this year? Because I bet you ain't watched that game either, huh?
No, I didn't name that game. No, I ain't watched that game.
I did.
Hey, look.
Can you remind me how they beat y'all and he only had 100 yards, no tuds, and 1 interception?
We came out that game. Savion Williams, our receiver 6. We threw him a bubble screen while we were driving and we fumbled. Bruh. Then Rico Dowdle ran down their face, and then I think we punted the ball back with something. And they were pretty much a game managed game. We had 4 possessions. I think we had like 4 possessions total that game on offense. It was like a total game managed game that when everybody was like, that's the blueprint. And then they beat the Rams, and everybody was like, so was that loss really that bad after they had beat the Rams?
Hey, can I ask you a question, B?
Talk to me.
Did CJ Stroud play a game this year where he only threw for 54 passing yards?
I would hope not. Probably not.
You know who did?
Let me know.
Bryce Young.
Damn, when was that?
Seattle.
Damn, he was in hell that bad.
Like, bro, what?
Bro,
he was in hell that bad.
What I will say though,
54 pass yards, interception, Cope, and we talking about he looked more comfortable.
That makes sense.
I guarantee you, CJ Stroud ain't had no games this year where he threw for 54 passing yards.
He ain't throwing 54. Yeah, I'm about to say, you talking about his yards so bad. He gained the ball away 5 times. He threw nobody every time.
That is bad regardless.
Wait, and this is what I be talking about numbers, bro. This is exactly what I be talking about because y'all love to say I'm this numbers guy, right? If we go back and watch, if we go back and watch every single game, right? Because when I say I just watched it, clearly y'all gotta watch it too. So we go back and watch all these games. We're gonna find a game relevantly close. I don't care if Bryce do 70, anything. We're gonna find a game as close as to what we just watched CJ Stroud do for 60 minutes versus the Patriots. I'm talking about throwing the ball to nobody. I'm talking about throwing jump balls, like just like throwing the ball away from somebody. Like, here, take it. Like we seen that all game from CJ Stroud. Like, that's things you don't see. Every single pick he threw, I think, was like, here, just take it. Like, nobody in the vicinity. How do you do that 4 times?
They be talking nasty about Bryce, so I can't go that far. But I will say the last 2 years, towards the end of the year, he played good
Show
football.
me a
whole
game
season where you thought was like, man,
hey, bro,
Bryce killed.
to show me a game that was that atrocious as what we just seen CJ Stroud do. That might have been the worst game between them two of their careers together.
Hey, Cole. When we clip this, play the tape from Seattle and from San Fran of Bryce Young. That's all.
I mean,
I feel like
I don't think you want to do that because everybody gonna laugh if he pulled the CJ Stroud clip versus the Patriots up there right next to it. It ain't going to look the same.
Bro, it's going.
That's why I said you can say 350 passes or everything. It definitely ain't gonna look the same.
How about
I asked you this, P.
How about we just ask the public who's better?
Go ahead, Ty.
If Bryce Young was playing quarterback versus the Patriots, do they win or lose that game?
With that same defense.
It's a general question. I'm just asking, do you believe that Bryce had the ability to win that football
That's
game?
the question of the night right there.
Just asking. This ain't I believe he will or wrong. I'm genuinely asking.
He gonna be terrible. He gonna say no. Bryce gonna turn it over 6 times.
No, he asked you.
He asking me?
Yeah.
You asking me, Ty?
If I said B, my mistake. I was asking P. That's my
Yeah,
fault.
I heard P. I thought I heard P.
I heard me. You said what? You said, does Bryce Young win the game versus the Patriots?
Yeah.
With that defense.
No. No.
So if that Texans defense.
And you know why?
Talk to me.
In that game? What did we just sit here and talk about? Cole, what did you just mention with CJ Stroud? He's never going to trust what again?
That offensive line.
And we're going to put a smaller quarterback who's already been seen with a terrible offensive line in the same situation?
That's literally why Ty asked you that question. We've seen Bryce with that whole line, and he don't just panic. Bryce Young, when we had that terrible line, he wasn't, here, take it. Like, Hail Mary. Like, no, he was still trying to make passes. Like, he was genuinely just went out there versus the Patriots and just said, here, take it 4 times. Like, just take it. No receiver in range. Like, just take, well, I'll say 3 times. One of them was a drop. I'll say 3 times. Like, just say, here, just take the ball. Like, I don't want it.
I don't think Bryce is better than Stroud. That's the premise of the conversation. Bryce not better than Stroud, but I do think the conversation is closer now than it was a year or 2 ago.
Do you think he won that game, Ty?
Probably not. I mean, he played the Patriots earlier that year, and they had him in the box. I don't think much is going to change. But
so is he just automatically going to just beat him?
One thing that helps Bryce in Carolina is the fact that they could run the football.
And that's why I said, and that's why I asked you though, Ty, with that exact same defense, because this is what Bryce Young's stats was versus the Patriots. He went 18 for 30, 150 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and no turnovers. That's what he did versus the Patriots.
And they still lost 13-42. That one touchdown won't go cut it.
That's exactly why the question, Cole, was what? That is exactly why he was in the
chat. And I know Ryan watched the game. I watched the game. Did you watch the game or did you watch the highlights?
Cole, that's exactly why the question that Ty asked was, do CJ Stroud win that particular game with that Texans defense? They lost 13-42. That's literally why Ty asked the question. If you gave CJ Stroud that Texans defense for that game, did he lose that game? CJ Stroud, Bryce Young played that same team and didn't turn the ball over. His defense gave up 42 points and he didn't turn the ball over. That's literally why Ty said, is he losing this particular game?
He clearly ain't scored that much either.
That's literally why he just said, if you give him this Texans defense that forced 4 turnovers in field goal range, and he's seen this exact same team with the Panthers and didn't turn the ball over, would he win the game? Almost every drive would have resulted in points then. The Texans had them in field goal range how many times? And they got no points from it?
I think the premise of the answer is that he still didn't score. So whether you say with the same defense or not, what he didn't produce enough to win the game, and we've seen him play against that team.
Like, what did we say CJ Stroud had to do to beat the Patriots before we watched that game? What did we say he had to do? Don't turn the ball over. When Bryce Young played the Patriots, What did he do?
Get
He
blown
didn't play.
out.
He didn't go play spectacular. His defense gave up 40 points. He didn't score a lot of points. Okay, cool. He didn't turn the ball over. So you telling me if we give Bryce Young 4 possessions, getting handed the ball inside the 40-yard line on the opposite side of the field,
I think
where he didn't turn the ball over, that's crazy.
I think this is the point. He still had to score the ball.
If
He
we're
didn't.
getting
We
put in
seen
field
him.
goal
I
range
think the
from
point is
our
we seen him
defense,
not score the ball. We seen him not
If-
score the ball already.
if we're getting put in field goal range before I walk on the field from my defense and I don't turn the ball over, at worst, we're getting 3 points. We sat out here and watched CJ Stroud and the offense turn the ball over multiple times, already being in field goal range. What's so hard about that dynamic saying that he still had to go score? The defense handed them points. Just don't turn the ball over. Am I missing something? Did CJ Stroud not hand them 7 points also from a pick six? Am I missing something? Let me know, please. Because I could have swore if your defense force a turnover on the opposite side of the field in field goal range, at worst you should walk away with 3 points. At least your kicker with a chance to kick the ball. Just don't turn the ball over. What's the hard dynamic of that? And the Texans did that 4 times. I'm confused. Like, is this hard to? Am I saying something wrong? Like, is this not hard to understand?
I hear you.
That's literally why it's said ball security. That's all he had to do.
Hey,
We
folks,
talk about the other game yet?
Hey, I already acknowledge that I was wrong for believing in the coaching staff right there. That was on me.
So, all right, let's get to this. Let's get to this other game so we can get up out of here now. Got a good one. Got the Rams, got Seattle. You know what I'm saying? Tom, will start with you because I started with B last time. Who you got and why?
I think this is a tough game. Truthfully, I'm gonna still pick the Rams though. At the end of the day, I feel like the Rams been there. They know at the moment. They know the moment. They know what it takes. Seattle defense ain't gonna make it easy on them, but I think I trust the Rams offense to do enough to get the victory. And what really comes down to is, can the Rams make Darnold turn the ball over like they've done in previous matchups? And I think he will. So I'm gonna pick the Rams, and the MVP we trust.
P.
I got the Rams. I don't even think it's gonna be close, to be honest.
B.
Taking the Rams, man. I feel like it's gonna come down to which defense decides to have a stop more. And Matthew Stafford's been before. I feel like this defense, this is like their first time together. I feel like biggest game of the year. We're going to see why Matt Stafford, the MVP, defense for the Seattle, they might tend to get frustrated a lot at times. This is different football than the regular season, so I think we're going to see a different football team from the Rams. I'm going with the Rams.
Damn, I was hoping somebody would take Seattle so we wouldn't jinx it, but yeah, I'm taking the Rams too.
Gotta see it. Too many young guys over there ain't been here.
For me, it's not even about. Go ahead, P.
Go ahead, go ahead. You got it.
I was gonna say, for me, it's not even about the young guys as much as like it's not the young guys. I just don't. It's tough to say it's not the young guys and also say I don't trust them. I just don't. It's not the young guys because Sam Darnold, I don't feel like is a young guy. I mean, yes, it feels like he's young, but I just trust Matthew Stafford more. I trust Devontae Adams in something like in a situation like this.
What about 26, 27?
Who, Sam Darnold?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's particularly young. I just feel like he's been in the league for a second, but he probably is about 26, 27. Yeah, man, just give me Matthew Stafford, honestly. He went out there. I don't think he didn't have a single tud. He didn't have a single tud in the other game. So yeah, give me
Darnold
Matthew.
28.
Yeah. Give me Matthew
Oh yeah,
Stafford.
so he getting up. He getting up there. I think. Well, we know the Seattle defense. They generally tend to.
Woo,
Trust.
shit.
Oh, but see, we generally see from Seattle this season, like they're a very aggressive team on defense, and it definitely wouldn't be respect. It would definitely would be a lot of disrespect to say that they don't have one of the best corner duos in the league in Witherspoon and Woolen. I just feel as though it's no win-win scenario for them here. They run man coverage a lot. And Witherspoon isn't really good in man coverage. It's just that the front is so good that he don't have to cover as long. He's more of a slot that's like Witherspoon is the best tackling corner in the league by far. But I just don't think you're going to be able to go out there and run man coverage all game versus Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. And that may force him to run zone. And I think zone would just be a lot worse with Matthew Stafford picking him apart. So I feel as though Sam Darnold gonna have to go out there and put up 30 plus for them to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Sam Darnold put up 30 plus against them before. They won when they won 38-37. They put up 30 plus. I don't think Tate played that game though.
I'm gonna be honest. Devontae Adams was a no-show in both games. I think if Devontae Adams shows up, the game is over. Like it's not.
Can you throw the ball to yourself?
No, I'm saying when I say show up, he's gonna have his day. Like he hasn't done anything in either game. He didn't play in one of the games, and in the other game, he was in and
Yeah,
out.
one catch.
He had one game because he was in and out of the game the whole game. So
I heard that this week where somebody said Devontae Adams not good. He didn't show up in a playoff game. Like they throw the ball to himself. I don't think that's not showing up if you only get targeted 3 times and catch
I'm
2
not
of them.
saying he's not showing up. I'm just saying he hasn't just had his impact on the game yet. And I think this time he has his impact on the game. And with his impact on the game, that means Puka is now going off because you can't double them both.
Right.
And if you double them both, well, then it's really over.
What we've seen throughout this entire season, it clearly holds some sort of weight to these defensive coordinators and these guys in the film room because I still see Devontae Adams get doubled more than Puka. Like, with Puka still been going crazy.
Receiver than Puka.
No, for sure. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you normally would expect with a guy having the type of season Puka's having. Like, we understand who Devontae Adams is. Like, yeah, like we know what this is. But it's like, okay, it gets to a point of just allowing a guy to get 15 grabs for 160.
It's the same thing Jalen Ramsey told Joey Porter. Like, we get it, bro. You nice, but I'm still.
I gotta get mine.
I'm still the guy. Like, we get it, bro. You nice. You're gonna have a wonderful career. Just not right now.
I will say that didn't play out. That did not age well.
What didn't age well? No, as far as the Jamar Chase specific thing, no, that didn't age well.
No, I'm talking about the Joey Porter. I'm talking about the Joey Porter Jalen Ramsey thing before the season started. That didn't age well.
Like as them being successful together.
As far as cover corners, as far as cover, yes, defense is back, yes, because his job is safety. He's not in man coverage as much against guys like that. I'm saying it didn't work out as far as being a cover corner. Ramsey moved because they thought he would be a better fit. But I don't believe that Ramsey, that's just me, and it's not taken away from his passion or anything, but I don't believe that Ramsey would have had the season Joey Porter had this season if he was listed as corner 1. I really don't. I think he was like second in the league in yards allowed in the whole league behind Eric Stokes or something like that, like something crazy. I don't think Ramsey would have played to that level. Just a new guy in town. That's all it is. That's DB for sure. I think I put Jalen Ramsey in the Charles Woodson situation. where he's been the best corner, but he's also really the best defensive back. He can play safety. He can play corner.
No.
It's like he's not Charles Woodson. But when you look at a hybrid corner, who else can you name? Who else can you name besides him? Besides Jalen Ramsey and Champ Bailey, who can you name that were corners that could move to safety and still be arguably the best safety in the league? I was asking. Because it's been a while.
I wasn't talking about that. Jalen Ramsey was one of the best safeties, was the best safety in the league this year.
No, I said for you to be able to have an argument for it, meaning you are like top 5, top 4, something like based on when you have your production, your impact on the field as a safety, when you're doing your job, you're taking away your zone, all of that. Like he can only do but so much. You can still go to other spots on the field, but like when he's taking away all of those things, we've already known since Florida State he's a good tackler. Like Ramsey's been known as a great tackler for a corner. So that's not nothing that really has to be spoken about. And his cover skills has always been.
The name I want to bring up, you didn't even get to watch him play, so it don't even matter.
Who was that?
Antrell Roll. You didn't even get to watch him play, so it don't even.
I didn't get to see too much. I got to watch him, but I didn't get to watch him in his prime or anything. So yeah, that's not.
He was all pro at corner, went to safety, and did the same thing. He was different.
Okay.
He was different. I ain't gonna hold you. But I mean, like,
there's a few guys. It's because there's a few guys, like certain conversations. Like one of the guys I got to watch a decent amount of, and I got to watch him a little bit after when I watched a lot of tape on him and everything. I feel like the one guy that don't nobody really talk about a lot is Nnamdi.
Nnamdi who?
Nnamdi Asomugha. I feel like that's probably one of the most disregarded guys for some reason.
I think Nnamdi was hit or miss. That's just me though. Like, I think he had great games. I think he had games where it's like he needed just.
Why you say he hit or miss?
I just feel like he was hit or miss. Like just I think at times it was like, dang, tough. But then at times it was like, oh no, he needed to just pick a side. Just Antonio Cromartie.
You know
Antonio Cromartie is not a good name to throw into this conversation.
You know a bold statement. You know Chad Johnson's to a lot of the public said a bold statement, right? Said Nnamdi was a tougher cover than Reed.
He didn't. There's context to that. Context why he said that though.
The only context I can see to it is something that's not controllable, and that's the physical, and that's just Nnamdi physical abilities.
No, he only said that to piss Revis off. He didn't mean that. Bro.
You look at the tape. Bro, it's valid tape too.
Very clear that there's only one corner in his life that's ever strapped him.
I mean, it's valid tape. It's valid tape too. He can't lie. He can't. It's valid tape. Where though Chad can't lie and say Nnamdi never strapped. I'm just saying. It's valid tape out there. He can't say that. And it's not a bad thing to say because it's nothing that we can control. Nnamdi was just physically he was more physically imposing than him. Like he was bigger and faster combination. So it was like even if he wasn't as skilled as Reeves, he didn't really have to be because his size and everything together just made it much harder. Like it's hard to do something on a linky. It's hard to do something on a linky corner.
Yo, we Amazon shopping around this mug. What's going on?
Y'all was having a conversation. Man.
Amazon shopping. Tom here.
Keep watching Vanderbilt girls.
Ty over here looking at the Miami box score, making sure they still lost. Hey, what's going on,
I'm
man?
just curious, bro. They was undefeated for, just trying to see. Did you ever expect them to be this good? I guess.
How do y'all feel about these gross conversations about
Vandy?
Indiana?
Wait, hold on, Ty. You said Vandy? What?
Yeah, Vandy girls. Weren't they like 18-0, something like that?
Yeah, they undefeated. I saw it coming.
How do y'all feel about this nasty Indiana thing?
They best player. I recruited her. She tough.
You heard me, Cole?
You said what?
So how do y'all feel about this nasty Indiana thing we've been seeing about maybe being arguably the best, one of the best teams of all time?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. I give leeway to Cignetti. After that, we gotta stop the madness. We gotta stop the foolishness. Cignetti get his props for what he did. That's about it. That's about as far as I'm going. Cignetti literally told you he don't have 8 draft picks on his team, and people talking about this is the best.
So that just shows you how old they were, and whereas though that gave them that much of an advantage. You just won a national championship, and you don't have 8 NFL draft ready players.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he built a good team. Shout out to him.
Ty, y'all think they there?
I mean,
Shout out to God, man.
I can't really.
The GOAT pulled up. The GOAT pulled up. Man, we might be doing something. The GOAT there pulled up.
Hey Trent, I know you see my DM though. You gotta let me feel me. But anyways, I think they're top 10. I think it's hard to say they not. They undefeated, bro. Like I can't.
They barely got any draft picks.
Listen.
Top 10 national football, top 10 national championship team of all time.
That's bad, Pete.
Listen, bro. Y'all can feel how y'all feel. Y'all can say what y'all want.
I was just clarifying.
You can't discredit them. They ain't lost to nobody. They have not lost to anybody. Everybody.
They are old men.
Listen, that's cool. That's cool. They are not the only old team in college football.
So you telling me that you can't name 10 college football teams that you think were better than the Indiana team?
No, this is what I'm saying. I can name 10 other ones, and I can also name a 10 with them in it. They did not lose. There's been
that was crazy.
There's been other good teams that have lost and still won a title. But one thing we know about the Indiana Hoosiers this season is no one picked them outside of the state of Indiana to win the national championship. No one picked them to win the Big Ten. No one thought they were going to out Ohio State. No one thought any of that. Yet they managed to do all of it. Knocked off the SEC, knocked off the Big Ten, knocked off the ACC, won that championship. Didn't lose to nobody. Didn't lose no trap games. Made plays when it mattered. Heisman winner. What do you want to say?
I mean, Cole, Tosh, let me ask y'all a question, right? Since we're all about at that mid-20s range, right? So we've all been watching football around a decent amount same time. How many this university? How many Alabama teams have we got to watch that we think is better than this Indiana team?
I don't know. P talking about undefeated. The 2020 Bama team was undefeated. I mean,
and they can be in the 10.
I mean,
so that would make at least 3 Bama teams.
2019 LSU was undefeated, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. 04 USC was undefeated. I mean, 05 Texas was undefeated. 2022 Georgia was undefeated.
I'm not gonna lie. 05 Texas.
I ain't gonna lie, that 2023 Georgia team, they might stomp them out.
2018, Clemson was undefeated. 2013, Florida State was undefeated. 02, Ohio State was undefeated.
I got all these teams crushing Indiana. I'm sorry.
Right.
And
08 Florida had one loss, and I'm taking them. I mean,
guess what? Yeah, with Tebow and all of them, for sure.
I mean,
this is what I'm saying. That's fine to say that. I'm not disagreeing with y'all for saying that. I'm just saying when they come to the argument, they can literally say, tell us our flaw. And you're going to have to sit there and say, y'all did what y'all supposed to do. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I don't think LSU's – I'm not saying that. I can give you 10 teams that I could say, yeah, I could pick these 10 over Indiana.
But you legitimately, your first statement was they're top 10 all time.
I said I can put them in the top 10 all time. Yes. I think they're top 10.
I don't know if I can go top 10. If we're saying do they deserve to be in a conversation, I mean
I can't even put them in the conversation.
They won the Natty, they undefeated, Heisman winner. I do think stuff like that matters. But I'm not saying
so you say Natty.
I can't definitively say like you're in the top 10, but one thing we know for certain, they're nowhere near the greatest college football team of all time. I don't know why people have been trying to throw that around, but we definitely know that's not true. And I'm saying like top 20, top 15, I guess. Top 10 is pushing it though. Like we were just naming teams.
Trent. Hey, Trent, don't turn me up, bro. Trent, don't turn me up, dog.
Hey, Ty, so I gotta ask you, right? So, because Cole just named off the undefeated teams, right?
Trent,
He didn't even name Miami, who had one loss that we know they not messing with. He ain't named Texas with Vince Young.
I want y'all to hear me clearly when I say this, bro, because I don't know if y'all heard this. The teams that have one loss, I can still agree that they have a chance to say that they were a better team as far as what y'all talking about. Draft picks, better talent.
A chance?
No, bro. Hear me before you just start speaking. They can say, yes, we're a better team because we had 11 first-round picks and talent and this. Yes. But what Indiana can say to them back is, y'all had all that and still lost. We didn't have none of that and still did not lose. That's all I'm saying. When it comes to Indiana, they can literally say our resume is flawless. And if you don't want to put us in the top 10, cool. And if you do, this is your reasons for why. And they have clear evidence, backup, and proof for their reasons for why they can be top 10.
But I think that's a nasty take simply because there are so many undefeated teams that have gone undefeated in college football history that it's like what like, and I'm not saying that like that's not a great accomplishment and a great feat, but what I am saying is like there are a lot of undefeated teams in the history of college football. A lot of them.
All of them have a say.
I'm just saying, like, if I hate the way that you have argued the point for the simple fact that that's like if I step on the court with you right now, I'm liable to be like, hey bro, I'm better at basketball than you just because I'm on the court. Like anybody that play. But anybody that plays sports is going to say that that is going to feel a way. Like if I go and win a championship, I have a state championship in high school football in Virginia. I can, just because we only lost one game, I can genuinely go out. What you're telling me is just because we only lost one game, I can genuinely go out and say we have an argument to be one of the best teams, to say that we're a top 10 team to have ever played in our league. In our league in Virginia Independent State School Athletic Association. Like I just don't think that that's like, by that metric, anybody ever can argue if they've done something good that they have a conversation to be like the way that you say like, oh, people have a conversation for this or people have a conversation for that. Like it goes back to the Purdy thing and the Hurts thing. just because so because they've won some games, they have a conversation to be in. They can say that they feel like they should be in the elite conversation of quarterbacks. I get what you're saying. I hear the words that you're saying. It makes sense, but you give leeway to people to be able to say that they're in conversations that they're not because they've done something, and it doesn't mean that nobody else has ever done it. But because they have also done the same thing, like they should be able to say that they're in certain conversations.
I feel you on that. Let me ask you this, because I feel you. Let me ask you this: are we truly asking about the team, or are we asking about the individuals on the team?
What you mean? If I'm truly talking about the team, I don't feel like that this is a top 10 team of all time.
I'm about to answer what I mean by that. Because when we talk about teams, like we brought up those Miami teams, those Bama teams, right? Those teams were full of mostly great individuals at really important positions, and they've talked about in all their documentaries and all the videos. They had some guys out there that, hey, well, we had to put him on the back and hold him on. But when we're looking at this Indiana team was truly just a team. We're talking about like real team football, balanced across the board. Like everybody bought in to get the job done. Like honestly, when we look at this team, and I've been saying this, is they didn't have no superstars. We talked about this earlier this year. College football didn't really have no mega stars.
Okay.
So when we look at this Indiana team was the mega star because they came together, and across the playing field, where was their drop off?
I want you to listen to what you just said. There were no mega stars throughout college football, and Indiana won this national championship without any stars as a collective team because they were a better overall team. That's literally why they won the national championship. This is a down. How many years do we see college football not have mega stars left and right everywhere?
That's a bad. I'm gonna tell you why that's a bad thing, because we've seen years in college football where we realistically looked at the beginning of the season and said, bro, we know it's gonna come down to them 3 teams and everybody else is garbage. We know it's gonna come down to them 2 teams and everybody else does not have a chance. Like we've literally looked years by years and said, we know who's winning the natty. Like we know. And
okay,
honestly,
since it seems like you got to be undefeated for the requirement.
You get the last couple of years when Michigan won theirs. Nobody thought Washington, to be honest, Texas, nobody thought they was about to be there.
Okay, so it seems like undefeated means a lot.
Was about to, like, what are we? Come on, bro.
It seemed like undefeated mean a lot. Like over these teams, you say like they have this thing over these 1-loss teams. So I have the team that went undefeated. I want us to say, because I know P, you said they had an argument for it. So Ty Cole, I want to ask y'all, P, you can answer if you want to about which ones you would prefer.
I think this is the problem, and the reason I made the point that I made, and I'm gonna let you go, B, but I think this is the problem, and the reason I made the point that I made. The problem is he's already said I have a problem with the way that P is going about the conversation, because he's already said that he knows that those teams were probably better. He's already said that. What he's also said is that he feels as though those teams those teams probably may be better. He can make a top 10 without Indiana, and that he can also make a top 10 with Indiana because they have an argument for the conversation. So when we go down this list, because I have the same list sitting in front of me, when we go down this list, yeah, we know that I know that those teams are better, and I don't even think that P is saying that those teams aren't necessarily better. I think that he's saying that they have an argument. And my problem with the basis of that statement that P is making is that off of that simple fact, you can make an argument for just about anything. Like,
I'm talking about like a realistic, like Like they can make a realistic. Yeah, you can make an argument about, but like they can make a realistic argument. Is what I'm saying. Not
because they're undefeated. But I think that takes away the nuance of the whole reason that we have.
Though. It's
What
not
is
just
it?
that.
Well, then
That's the
tell me
only
something else.
reason.
No, they are undefeated with a Heisman quarterback, a coach of the year. Like it's
Oh.
they have.
No, P, dog.
Okay, I'm gonna get back to my original statement. If y'all disagree, that is fine.
P.
I'm not mad at. I don't.
Tell
I'm
me,
not
tell
mad
me
at
how many
y'all.
years. Tell me
Yeah,
how many
bro.
years Fernando Mendoza's a Heisman outside of this year.
This one.
Okay.
This one.
Okay. Is it true or not that this is probably one of the worst Heisman races we've seen?
I don't disagree.
No, not one.
with
No,
that.
not one of.
I don't
might be
disagree.
the
with-
worst.
I've said that with you.
So
But
then
why
why would you? So then why would you
bring up
mention
the
it and
Heisman into the
argue?
argument?
Hold on. I've said that this is probably one of the worst Heisman races that we've had. But at the end of the day, somebody still had to win it.
Then why'd you use it to benefit
Somebody
your
still
argument?
had to perform and win it. He could have still not won it. But just because he won it this year don't make him not a Heisman. The guys that are in the Heisman, the guys that are in the Heisman family, they voted for him. They could have picked
There was
Pavia.
nobody else
They
to
could have
vote
picked
for.
Love. They could have
It was
picked one of the
nobody
other
else to vote.
finalists.
It was nobody else
They
to
could have
vote
picked
for.
one of the other finalists, and they didn't. They could have picked one of the other finalists, and they didn't.
Again, by your metric, anybody can make an argument for doing something that they've done. Like, okay, so they went undefeated, they won a national championship, and they have a Heisman quarterback. But that doesn't make them top 10 of all time. It just does.
Heisman Trophy winner with 3,800 total yards in 16 games. By the way,
Listen, that's fine. If y'all say they're not top 10, cool.
no, we're over to the Heisman thing now because you just brought it up to help the argument after you said Cole. It sounded like you just said this is one of the worst Heisman races, and
He said that, which is why I still don't know why he brought it up.
You decided to say they had a Heisman winner.
Listen, I brought it up because it's still a fact. Whether this was the worst Heisman race ever or whether it was the best one, he still won the Heisman.
I think you're missing the point of it. Him being a Heisman is okay. We're asking best teams. These other teams also have Heisman winners. And is he on these Heisman? Is he on these other Heisman's level? That's the thing. We're not saying are they a good team. We know they're a good team.
I think the problem is P. You acting like you don't under. I think the problem is P. You acting like you don't understand how we talk and argue and debate sports. If he go to the Heisman family and he's in the Heisman house and he's
the worst one in the house.
And we had
don't matter if you're the worst one. You're in there.
But this is what we saying. This is what we saying.
That's who you're comparing him to.
That's totally okay.
Oh, I'm not comparing him to the other Heismans.
Those teams had a Heisman.
This is the problem. This is the problem, P. If you want to,
they're not top 10. Because I'm tired of having this. Like they're not top 10. Because I'm tired of having to say this. And y'all are. I'm literally telling y'all.
All right, bro. Watch out.
Don't have them in the 10. That's cool.
All right,
Ty. Cool. I'm gonna name the undefeated teams. Ty, y'all let me know if they're better. What team they're better than? Just the undefeated teams first. Michigan from 2023. Who y'all taking?
Taking Michigan. It's not hard.
Okay. Georgia
I'm
from
2020. I'm looking at the list. I'm telling you.
Georgia from 2022. Ty, who you taking?
So I was just looking at it too. That's a tough sled for them. Georgia probably.
Bama in 2020.
Taking Bama. Taking Bama from 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017.
Who you got, Ty?
Taking 21 UGA, 2018 Clemson, 2019 Clemson.
That's why I asked about Bama, because on a realistic tip, how many Bama teams alone is better than this 2026 Indiana team?
5 in the past 10 years, easy. I'm saying I'm agreeing with you.
Let me ask you this. Hypothetically, since that's what we're talking about.
What conversation isn't hypothetical, bro? Like
the conversation that is not hypothetical is that Indiana has facts proven.
They won a championship. That's cool. But if we're talking about the rest of the teams that have won championships, this is the problem that I'm saying. I have the problem with the fact that when you talk about there are other teams, when we talk about them in conversation with other teams that have won championships that also had Heismans on their team that were also undefeated, the conversation is just a conversation. You are acting. Can I finish speaking? Can I finish speaking? What I'm saying is you are acting like you don't understand the way that we argue and debate sports. So my bigger problem at hand right now is not that I would much rather you just say that you believe that they're top 10. Okay, cool. My bigger problem is that you give people conversations based on legitimately nothing. You give people conversations because based on things that they've done that other people have also done. And when I say legitimately nothing, what I mean is if we compare them to other top 10, to other teams that also won a national championship or other teams that have went undefeated in seasons, tell me why you believe that they are better than those teams that went top 10 or that went undefeated, that had Heisman picks. Tell me why you think they're better than them. Don't just say, hey, bro, they have a conversation because they went undefeated and they won a national championship. That's fine. We know that they did that. But if I can give you 10 teams that also went undefeated, that also had a Heisman, that also won a national championship, tell me why they're actually better than that team. Don't just tell me, oh, this person has this argument because he won and he went to an NFC championship or this, that, and the third. Like, go ahead. Go ahead.
This is why. All the teams that B just asked you about, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can say they better. You can say they're not better. If Indiana plays them, if hypothetically we could play them, does Indiana have a chance to win the game?
If they're a national champion, like this is what I'm saying, bro.
No,
National championship team. Do they have a chance against all of them teams? No, I don't think they have a chance against all of them.
Indiana has zero chance to beat some of those teams, like zero chance if they play those
teams. Yes,
and that's
out of all of these undefeated teams.
Hold on, and that's the only problem that I have, because we all know 2019 Georgia or 2019 LSU or 2025, 26 Indiana, you still have to play the game. To say that they have zero chance of winning the game is asinine. That's asinine. Because it's Indiana, if Indiana, we've seen teams literally go upset teams, and now we all sit here looking dumbfounded. So what are we talking about, bro?
This is the part that you missed. This is the part that you missed about my whole argument that you didn't listen to. What I said was, I would much rather you tell me that you just believe that they are a top 10 team. Don't tell me that they have a Listen. This is all I'm saying. That. All right, dog. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of your attitude.
All I'm saying is you gotta look at certain situations like
I'm not even listening, bro. I just got an attitude.
We gotta look at certain teams, right? Like I don't feel like just because you're undefeated that makes you the best team. We gotta look at teams like Joe Burrow and him in 2019. Like I don't know how y'all feel, Ty and Cole, but I believe that Clemson team Joe Burrow and them beat is better than this Indiana team. Like it's just certain things, whereas though it's like it's not disrespectful to them. You got to just understand how the trajectory of the seasons go. That's all it be. That's all I'm saying. And when you look at a team competing with another team that's undefeated, like you said, we're going to go off of how this team lines up versus this team. And like I said, it's a few teams that I really don't believe they have a chance against. Like the only ones I believe that they wouldn't have a chance against, and it's just an opinion, like we said, is Georgia from 2022, LSU from 2019, Miami team. I think that they got a chance versus Auburn. 2023 Michigan, they got a chance. And maybe Texas, and maybe everybody else. I don't feel like they have a good chance of beating. And we're talking about 2020 Bama, talking about 2018 Clemson, 2022 Georgia. Like that's what I mean by that. And when you say P, individuals on the team. You got to understand, all these teams, it's not like these are just like teams that had great individuals. These were all teams that had high level individuals while also being coached by arguably one of the best coaches in the country. So that just was the icing on the cake with the entire situation. If I got 20 high round picks and you got 3, I would, and both of us are high level coaches. I would expect me to go out there and dominate y'all if we're both high level coaches and I got that many more elite guys.
Hey,
that's it.
Hey man, GRG After Dark. Jesus Christ, it is not a GRG After Dark. It is a regular episode. Game Recognized Game, man. We'll be back on Sunday, right after the last game, and I think it come on at 6, like 6:30. So that means we be on slick early, like 9, 10 o'clock.
Come on, that early.
Yeah, they like 3:30 and 6:30 or something like that. 3 and 6:30.
3 and 6:30. So we be on early, like 9, 10 o'clock. Y'all pull up, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, tell their mama, all that good stuff. We out, man.